As we grow older, many of us begin to quietly accept things we once would have resisted. We say to ourselves, I guess moving slowly is just part of aging. Or, these aches in my knees and back are something I'll have to live with. But deep down, we know that this loss of energy and freedom is not what we truly want. What we want is to keep doing the simple things that make life meaningful. Getting up from a chair without struggle, strolling through the park with confidence, bending down to hug a grandchild, or even climbing stairs without fear. Here's the truth I want you to hold on to. It's never too late. The body at 60, 70, or even 80 still has an extraordinary ability to adapt. Muscles can grow stronger, balance can be restored, and confidence can return. All it takes is the right kind of movement done consistently. And no, it doesn't require a gym membership, expensive machines, or hours of exercise. What it does require is a willingness to start, right where you are, with small steps that build into lasting change. That's why today I want to share with you the first of 5 essential exercises that every woman over 60 should know. These are not just physical movements, they are tools to reclaim independence, dignity, and vitality. Let's begin with the one I call the foundation of independence, the squat. 1. Squats, the foundation of independence. Think for a moment about how many times a day you stand up and sit down. Rising from your bed in the morning, getting up from the dining table, stepping out of a car. Each of these small actions requires one thing: strong legs. Without strength in your legs, everyday life becomes harder, and slowly, independence begins to slip away. That is why the squat is often called the king of exercises. It strengthens nearly every muscle in your lower body at once, giving you the power to keep moving freely. Now, I know the word squat can sound intimidating. Perhaps you've tried it before and felt pain in your knees, or maybe you worry your body isn't capable anymore. But the squat, when adapted properly, is safe and deeply effective. Let's walk through it step by step. First, find a sturdy chair or the edge of a heavy table, something that won't move if you put weight on it. Stand tall with your feet about hip-width apart, toes pointing forward. Place your hands lightly on the chair for support. Now imagine you're about to sit down, but not all the way. Push your hips back gently, as if reaching for that chair, and allow your knees to bend just a little. Your chest stays lifted, your eyes looking forward, never down at the floor. When you feel the weight shift into your heels, pause, then press through your feet to return to standing. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you rise. At first, you may only lower a few inches. That is perfectly fine. With time, as your legs grow stronger, you will find you can bend deeper, perhaps even close to sitting before rising again. The key is to move slowly and with control, never rushing, never forcing. If standing and lowering feels too challenging, there's another version, the sit to stand. Sit down in a firm chair with your feet planted. Cross your arms gently across your chest. Then press into your feet and stand tall without using your hands. Slowly lower back down, keeping it steady. This simple action, repeated day after day, rebuilds strength in your thighs and glutes. And for those who prefer less motion on their joints, there's the invisible chair against the wall. Lean your back to the wall, slide down until it feels like you're sitting in an imaginary seat, and hold. At first, 15 seconds may feel long, but as weeks pass, you'll hold for 30, then 60. This version strengthens the legs without strain, making it safe even for those with knee concerns. Every squat, in whichever form you choose, is more than an exercise. It is practice for life. It prepares you to rise from your bed with ease, to step onto a bus without hesitation, to move with the quiet confidence that your legs can carry you wherever you wish to go. So begin gently, perhaps 5 or 10 repetitions today. In a few weeks, you'll notice standing feels smoother, walking feels lighter, and suddenly, what once seemed difficult feels possible again. That's the gift of the squat, the gift of independence. 2. Balance exercises, rebuilding confidence. One of the greatest fears for women over 60 isn't wrinkles or gray hair, it's falling. A single slip on a wet floor or an uneven step on the sidewalk can change life overnight. A fracture, a broken hip, weeks in recovery, sometimes even a permanent loss of independence. And yet, balance, the very skill that protects us from falling, is rarely trained. Here's something many people don't realize. Balance isn't just about your legs. It's a conversation between your brain, your muscles, your joints, and your inner ear. And like any conversation, it can grow quiet with age if we don't keep practicing. But the good news is that with a few simple movements, you can reawaken that connection, sharpen your reflexes, and walk with renewed confidence. Let's try the simplest version. Stand near a sturdy chair or wall. Place your feet firmly on the ground, then gently lift one foot, letting it hover above the floor. Keep your gaze forward, chest tall, arms slightly extended to the sides as if you're balancing on a gentle breeze. At first you might wobble, you might feel your ankle tremble. That's not weakness, it's your body learning, recalibrating. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds, then switch sides. As you practice, you'll notice one leg feels steadier than the other. That's normal. Our bodies always have a stronger side. With time, both will find balance. When you're ready, close your eyes for a moment. Immediately, you'll feel the challenge intensify. Without vision, your muscles and brain must work harder to keep you steady. Always do this near support, but don't be afraid of the wobble. It's in those wobbles that growth happens. For a variation, imagine drawing a triangle with your foot. While standing on one leg, tap the free foot lightly in front of you, then out to the side, then behind. Each touch wakes up your hips and glutes, muscles that act like stabilizers for every step you take. Repeat the sequence slowly, breathing steadily. Practicing balance even 2 or 3 times a week makes a world of difference. Picture yourself a month from now, standing calmly on one leg for a full minute, posture upright, breathing steady. That simple ability translates into freedom. Walking across a street without fear, climbing stairs without grabbing every rail, even enjoying social outings without hesitation. And here's a hidden bonus. Balance training doesn't just strengthen your body. Studies show it also sharpens your mind, improving memory and coordination. So every second you spend balancing, you're not just protecting your steps, you're protecting your brain. 3. Calf raises, awakening the second heart. Now let's move down to an often forgotten muscle, the calves. Doctors sometimes call them the body's second heart. Why? Because every time your calf contracts, it pushes blood back up from your legs toward your heart. Without this pumping action, blood can pool in your lower limbs, leaving you with heavy swollen ankles, varicose veins, or worse, dangerous clots. Think about it. How many hours a day do you spend sitting, watching TV, reading, scrolling on your phone? Hours pass with little movement, and the calves, silent workers of circulation, grow sluggish. That heaviness you sometimes feel in your legs isn't just tiredness. It's a signal that your blood isn't flowing as it should. But the fix is surprisingly simple. Stand behind a sturdy chair, feet about hip-width apart. Place your hands lightly on the chair for balance. Slowly rise onto your toes, lifting your heels off the floor as high as you can. Feel the stretch along your calves. Then lower your heels gently back down. That's one calf raise. Breathe in as you lift, breathe out as you lower. Start with 10 repetitions. With time, aim for 20, then 30, even up to 50 throughout the day. To make it more challenging, try doing it on one leg at a time. Hold the chair with one hand, lift the opposite foot slightly off the ground, and rise onto your toes with the standing leg. This strengthens the calves even faster. Or, if you have a small step at home, place the balls of your feet on the edge. Let your heels drop slightly below the step, then push up high onto your toes. The extra range gives your calves a deeper workout and your circulation an even greater boost. Here's a simple habit I encourage. Every time you get up from a chair, before you walk away, do 10 calf raises. By the end of the day, you may have done 50 or 100 without even realizing it. And if standing feels difficult, don't worry, you can do a seated version. Sit with both feet flat on the floor and rhythmically lift your heels like tapping along to music. Even this gentle motion keeps blood flowing and legs energized. Over time, your calves will not only look firmer and younger, but more importantly, your legs will feel lighter. Walking will take less effort, swelling will reduce, and your risk of circulation problems will drop dramatically. You'll notice you can stroll longer distances without fatigue, and that precious sense of freedom will grow. Remember this, your heart never rests, and your calves shouldn't either. A few minutes each day is all it takes to keep your second heart alive and pumping, carrying you steadily through life. 4. Hip raises. protecting your spine and posture. One of the most common sights as we age is the slow rounding of the back. You've probably noticed it in friends, neighbors, maybe even in yourself. Shoulders slumping forward, lower back aching, every step feeling just a little heavier. Often, we blame old age or arthritis. But much of this weakness comes from one hidden culprit: the loss of strength in the hips and glutes. Your hips are like the foundation of a house. If the base is unstable, the whole structure struggles. Weak hips lead to poor posture, back pain, and even difficulty getting out of bed or climbing stairs. That's why hip raises, sometimes called glute bridges, are so important. They wake up muscles that protect your spine, improve the way you walk, and even ease that constant ache in the lower back. Here's how to do it safely. Lie down on a firm surface like a yoga mat or carpet. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the ground, hip-width apart. Keep your arms resting comfortably at your sides. Now take a deep breath in. As you exhale, press your feet into the floor and slowly lift your hips upward until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. At the top, squeeze your glutes. Imagine holding a coin tightly between them for a count of 2. Then lower your hips slowly back down. Start with 8 to 10 repetitions. Move with control, never rushing. As you grow stronger, try holding the top position for longer, maybe 5 seconds, maybe 10. For an added challenge, once you feel steady, lift one foot off the ground and raise your hips with only one leg supporting you. This single leg version strengthens not only your hips, but also your core and balance. The benefits go beyond muscle. Strong hips mean less pressure on your lower back, fewer painful mornings, and better posture when you walk or sit. Imagine walking taller, with your shoulders back, your back straighter, and your steps lighter. That's the gift of hip raises. They give you back your support system, the stability every woman deserves as she ages. 5. Side leg raises, strengthening stability in every step. Now let's move to a muscle that often goes unnoticed, yet holds incredible power over your daily safety: the gluteus medius, found at the side of your hips. When this muscle weakens, every step becomes less steady. Your hips sway more, your knees may ache, and your chances of stumbling or falling increase. Many women don't even realize that this hidden muscle could be the reason they feel unstable when walking. Side leg raises directly target and strengthen this area, giving you stability where you need it most. Here's how to begin. Stand beside a sturdy chair or near a wall for support. Place one hand lightly for balance. Keep one leg firmly planted on the floor while the other slowly lifts out to the side. Don't swing or rush. Move as if your leg is rising through water. Hold it briefly at the top, then return with control. Repeat this gentle lift 10 to 12 times before switching sides. In the beginning, you might only lift your leg a few inches, and that's perfectly fine. Range of motion is not the goal. Control is. Over time, as your muscles grow stronger, you'll find you can lift higher, hold longer, and feel steadier. For those who prefer to start lying down, here's another option. Lie on your side with your legs stacked. Support your head with your arm. Lift the top leg slowly, hold for a moment, then lower. This variation is gentle on the joints, yet just as effective at waking up those hip stabilizers. Why does this matter so much? Because strong side hips protect your knees, ease strain in your lower back, and most importantly, keep you steady when walking. Picture yourself stepping off a curb, crossing a busy street, or playing with your grandchildren. With strong hip stabilizers, you'll feel secure with each stride. When combined with squats, balance work, calf raises, and hip bridges, side leg raises complete the circle. Together, these 5 movements protect nearly every vulnerable area of the aging body: your legs, your spine, your circulation, and your balance. And when those are strong, life opens up again. 6. Building your routine. Small steps, lasting change. Now that you know the 5 essential exercises: squats, balance drills, calf raises, hip lifts, and side leg raises, you might be wondering, how do I fit all of these into my life without feeling overwhelmed? That's an important question, because the secret to success isn't about doing everything in one day or pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about weaving these movements gently into your everyday rhythm, like adding seasoning to a favorite recipe. Think of it this way. Squats are like your strong foundation, so aim for them every other day. Balance work. because it challenges your brain and muscles in a special way. Only needs 2 or 3 sessions a week. Calf raises, on the other hand, are your second heartbeat. They should be sprinkled into every single day, even in small doses. Hip raises and side leg lifts can alternate with your squats, giving your hips and spine the stability they crave. And you don't need to set aside an hour. Even 15 minutes spread throughout the day is enough. You can do calf raises while brushing your teeth, balance practice while waiting for the kettle to boil, or hip raises in the evening before bed. Instead of thinking of exercise as a chore, treat it as small rituals of care. Moments where you tell your body, I'm still here for you. Consistency matters more than intensity. Just like brushing your teeth protects them day by day, these movements protect your independence, one repetition at a time. Imagine looking back 3 months from now and realizing that because of a few minutes each day, you can now climb stairs without gripping the railing or stand up from a chair with ease. That's the power of routine. 7. Beyond the physical. Reclaiming confidence and joy. Here's something many people don't expect. These exercises aren't just about muscles and bones. They touch something deeper, the way you feel about yourself. For many women over 60, the fear of slowing down can be heavier than the physical aches themselves. You may have thought, I don't move like I used to. Maybe my best days are behind me. That quiet discouragement is as real a weight as any stiffness in the joints. But every squat, every balance hold, every calf raise is a message back to yourself. I can still grow stronger. I can still improve. I'm not finished yet. That sense of progress is powerful. It doesn't just ease anxiety, it builds self-esteem. It gives you back a sense of control when so much about aging can feel like it's slipping away. You may notice after a few weeks that it isn't just your legs that feel lighter. It's your mood. Movement stimulates the release of endorphins, your body's natural feel-good chemicals. It lifts the fog of fatigue, softens the edge of worry, and brings clarity to your mind. Research shows that seniors who exercise regularly report less depression, more optimism, and a greater sense of purpose. So when you practice these 5 exercises, you aren't just training your body, you're nurturing your spirit. You're reminding yourself that vitality doesn't vanish at 60. In fact, it can be rediscovered. Picture yourself a few months from now, walking into a room with straighter posture, smiling more often, accepting invitations without hesitation because you trust your steps. That confidence radiates, and people notice it. More importantly, you notice it. Aging is inevitable, but decline is not. You do not have to surrender your independence, your strength, or your joy just because the candles on your birthday cake keep increasing. The truth is, your body is still listening. It still responds to movement. It still wants to grow, to heal, and to carry you through the life you love. These 5 exercises, squats, balance drills, calf raises, hip lifts, and side leg raises, are not complicated. They don't require expensive equipment, a gym membership, or hours of your day. What they do require is your decision. Your choice to take those first steps. Your choice to honor your body with a few minutes of care each day. So here is my challenge to you. For the next 30 days, commit to practicing these movements. Write down your progress, even if it's just a few squats today or 20 seconds balancing on one leg tomorrow. Celebrate the small victories because they add up. Day by day, you'll notice it. Your legs steadier, your back stronger, your energy brighter. And imagine what that means for your life. Walking without fear of falling, traveling with confidence, bending down to hug your grandchildren without hesitation, saying yes to life instead of holding back out of worry. That confidence is priceless. That freedom is worth every repetition. So don't wait. Don't put it off until tomorrow. Start today. Stand tall, take a breath, and choose one exercise, just one, and do it right now. Because the future of your health isn't written by your age, it's written by your choices. And the choice is yours, today, in this very moment. Your body is ready, your spirit is ready. All it takes is one step forward.